Welcome back to another edition of the post game and NHL for the Hockey Nation live show. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation live show. This is your host, Coach Frenchy, back in the booth for another great post game in NHL tonight. We have 5 games. I already did my first game of the night with between the Florida Panthers and also the Carolina Hurricanes. This game was at 5 o'clock p.m., so I did it earlier. The Florida Panthers won this game 4-3 in the OT. A great performance. There's Jonathan Huberdeau tonight with 2 goals, 1 assist. So let's start with the first game of the night. Well, the second game of the night, honestly. It started at 7 o'clock. This game was between the Ottawa Senators versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. This game final is Toronto Maple Leafs 2 and the Ottawa Senators 1. That's gave to Toronto Maple Leafs now to have a record of a 12-3-1. They become the first team in NHL to get 12 W this year. And also for the Ottawa, now they got 4-13-1. On the flip side, they become the only team in the NHL now with 13 losses. So what happening during the game? Honestly, Ottawa gave a lot. We have to give them a lot of credit. They played very solid game. Could not find a way to score. Most at 1 goal, but they gave a lot of the difficulty for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They have to wait to score at the end of the third period before they get that W. So we have to give credit for Ottawa for their work ethic tonight and the way they play. And they always been since the beginning of the year a team play very strong, and Toronto have a difficult time to play against them. They was their 4th game of the season between both formation, and now they have 2 wins for both team. So we have to wait until you have no goal in the first period, and the shot was honestly 10-5 to Ottawa. Just give you an idea how Ottawa. I thought they would get out of the game strong, hard, and to give because the game they lost again Monday 6-5 after they lead by 4, and unfortunately did not go that way. During this first period, also we have a 2 goal. 2 goal was not good, or did not get allowed to Joe Thornton. One was the puck was under the pad, the red legs pad of the Murray, and the Thornton pushed the pad and the puck inside the net, so the referee waved it. And then a little bit later, a puck shoot, I believe, by Mawson, and Thornton touched the puck over the shoulder or the crossbar at the net. And again, the referee, Eric Ferlat, waved it, so no goal during that first period. It was funny, it was still both of them. It was Joe Thornton. So after the first period, 0-0, the shot 10-5. We have only 2 penalties during that period. 8:08, too many men from Ottawa Senators. And then at 16:32, Travis Dermott got a holding against Josh Norris. Both time, nothing happening really. Only 2 shots from Toronto. Ottawa were only 1 at some point, and so that was happening for the first period. During the second period, Austin Matthews opened the first goal of the night, 4:41. Ole and Musson have an assist on that one. That gave the lead for the Toronto 1-0. That was the 14th goal of the year for Austin Matthews. A one-timer shot on the right side, his best position, when he scored on that side, on the opposite side, because he's a left on the right side. So that gives you an idea. To advantage his one-timer shot. For that goal, he's still the number 1 with the most goal in the NHL so far since the beginning of the year with 14. Then finally, at the end, the second period, 18:51, Brady Tkachuk scored his 5th of the year. Tierney and Norris have an assist. 7 assists for Norris. That's tied up the game 1-1. And during the second period, we have we have zero penalty, and then the shot was 13-12 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So 22 versus 18 for Toronto, advantage Ottawa during the first two periods. And finally, during the third period, we have only one goal. It happened at the middle of the third period. Alexander Garfoot, just after the end of the power play for Toronto, the puck stayed in the zone for about another 30 seconds. Ottawa was getting tired and tired. And finally, the puck go around the net. Joe Thornton played a great play behind the net, keep the puck a long time there. And then finally, Garfoot, after a rebound on the right side of Murray, pick up the rebound. And almost Murray was on the back. He was on his back. He almost stopped the puck, but the puck rolled on under his body, and then he got pushed. He pushed the puck by himself with his left leg. So that gave the goal to Kerfoot. It was his third of the year, and also he was honestly the goal winner at this game. Thornton have an assist, and Molson also have an assist. It was his second assist of the game, and that's it. It was the last goal of the game. Ottawa tried with remove the goaltender Murray at the end of the about 1 minute 35. Honestly, they didn't have a great chance to score. We have a lot of puck beside the net on the shot. They tried to maybe too much the perfect play. I think the only shot they got was close. It was Kachuk on the right side, pass about like a couple inches on the right of the post. But that's pretty much what they got at the end of the game. But Toronto find a way to win this game, and I think they breathe very well tonight, and see they find a way to win this game. For them, this is like I said, Brady Kachuk have 7 shots on the net. John Tavares 4 shots. That's the most shot for both team on individual players. The TOI was Thomas Chabot played 26 minutes 9 seconds. Austin Matthews 23:48. And honestly, Murray stopped 26 of the 28 shot he faced. And for Anderson, he stopped 27 on the 28. He also faced tonight. You have a save percentage on 96.4. They are going to be back tomorrow night for a back-to-back. That will be their third game in the last 4 nights. They play again. That will be their 5th game of the season. So that would be interesting to see that. This game also is at Toronto because it's the 3 game are out in Toronto. So after 4 games so far, like I said, it's a 2-2 for both teams. Won the 2 game, and 3 of the 4 game are decided by only 1 goal. So let's move on to the next game of the night, and we have to go with the one in Toronto and Detroit. And again, I feel really bad for Detroit, to be honest with you. Now you say, Coach, come on. Why can you feel for Detroit? First of all, they cannot score, right? They lost again tonight, 2-0. They cannot score, but they have so many chances. At some point, Lankinen, he's completely on the right of his net, like not like beside, like he was far side, and the puck go all around the net. Bobby Rand hit the post. One defenseman for Chicago stopped the puck, and no goalie inside the net. I'm telling you right now, that play for about 12, 15 seconds, 3 or 4 times, Detroit tried to shoot the puck in the net with no goalie, and it never been in. So and again, if you look all the game of Detroit this year, whatever now they are 4-11-3, they always been in the game, each game. They never been like losing by 5-6 goals. I just feel bad for them. They cannot find a way to score more goal per game. They are the worst goal for since the beginning of the year. And the only game I would say to you, they lost 6-2 at some point. That's the most margin goal I believe they got during the last. So this year was the 4 game between them. There was the last game, the last 2 game face back to back game they play Monday night. So all game was win by Chicago this year. So they won the 4 game against the Detroit Red Wings. With this win, the Chicago now have 9-5-4. They are honestly in the first place with the Florida Panthers on the Central Division because both of them are 22 point. Chicago played more game to anybody else. Like Tampa Bay is 1 point behind Chicago and Florida, and the Canes. They have also 2 points behind them, the Hurricanes, but again, they have less game compared to Chicago. So anyway, they have no goals during the first period. It was 0-0 after one. They have only 2 penalty. Both teams have a power play, and honestly, they have no power play because it was a stretcher for Detroit trip. Kubalik, and Kubalik got a 2 minute for embellishment. So honestly, they play 4 versus 4, so no power play in the first period. During the second period, we have to wait until the 12 minute 09 seconds to see the first goal of the night, and it was during that time. Philippe Poulard from Detroit was on the penalty box. And if you have a chance to see this goal, an amazing, great play of Kureshev, pass between 2 defensemen for the Detroit Red Wings, and then finally go a breakaway again, Bernier, and he had a great move, and he sent the puck and the 5-0, and it was the fifth of the year, the Kureshev, Duncan Keith and Lankinen, the goaltender, his second point of the year, got an assist on that one over there. Yeah, on power play was the goal and power plays. That was the only goal during the second period. And during the second period, we have a couple of penalty, but unfortunately, both teams only did Chicago score on power play. And the shot during that second period was 9-8 for Detroit. After second 2 periods, 17 shots Chicago, 18 for Detroit. Like I said, a couple of opportunity tonight for during the first 2 periods, but nothing like too much exciting. I don't know. The team was a little bit tired, but we did not see a lot of opportunity for both teams until the third period. And during the third period, honestly, the only goal was a 19:02 on the empty net. The Braincat scored his 9th of the year. Patrick Kane got an assist, his 16th of the year, and it was over at that moment with an empty goal from the Braincat. The shots during the third period, it was at 13 to 11-9 for Detroit for a final score a shot of 29-26 advantage Detroit tonight. Third period, I'll be honest with you, they could score at least 2-3 goals. Detroit, they cannot find a way to do that. If you go by number, with this win, by the way, the Chicago extend a 9 game with a point. They are now, for the last 9 games, 7-1-1. Unbelievable. I'll be honest with you, many expert in NHL, expert knows hockey, put Chicago, the last 3 team in the NHL, maybe the last worst team in NHL without goaltender, but they got Lankinen, and since he's in front of the net between the pipes for Chicago, he's amazing. Got a first shutout of the year for him. So great performance again for Chicago. Like I said prior to this, it's like there was their 4W against Detroit. The face-off, great performance. The Red Wings tonight, 68 versus 32. The power play only 1 goal on 3 attempts for both teams, but Chicago scored. It was the only, honestly, that's make the difference because that's the first goal of the night. The hits was 26-16 advantage the Red Wings. The block shot, both teams have 9 minutes. Same thing for minute penalty, 8 both teams. Finally, the giveaway puck, it was 10 versus 7 for Detroit, for the Chicago Blackhawks. The most shot on the net tonight, the Braincat with 6. Bobby Ryan also have 6 for them. The TOI, Patrick Kane played 24 minutes, 13. he played the kind of minutes what usually a defenseman plays. To just give you an idea, this guy is unbelievable. And Ronek, again, 24 or 8, most of the time, it's always him who played the most TOI on the ice. Finally, Likkinen was perfect tonight. Faced 29 shots, blocked all of them. And then Jonathan Bernier, another great performance. We cannot blame him. Since he come back for his injury, played well in front of the net. He faced to 25. He gave only one goal for a save percentage of 96 point 960. So again, that's another great game for Chicago. We have to give credit for what they accomplished so far since the beginning of the year, and that's like if you follow me, I do always the top five best team and every weeks, every Tuesday, and I have to give them. They are always on my top five. They are impressive for what they did so far since the beginning of the year. So finally, we have two more games at 10 o'clock. That's what he has right now. Is over like 2 o'clock a.m. here on the Eastern time. I don't really like when the game is 10 o'clock, but that's the only time I can do the post game for you guys, for the Hockey Nation fans. So let's start with the first game at 10 o'clock. This game was between the Vancouver Canucks versus the Calgary Flames. And finally, maybe one of the best games this year for the Vancouver Canucks. They beat the Calgary Flames by a score of 5-1. Honestly, whatsoever the shot was close. Calgary never been close to win this game. To be honest with you, Vancouver will have a really solid game tonight. And again, that's the second game they won back to back. And there was also the sixth match between both teams this year so far. And right now, the Flame won 4 of the 6. But again tonight, great performance. The Holtby in front of the net stopped 35 out of the 36 shots. So great job, finally, Holtby this year. So let's talking about what's happening during the game. Only one goal during the first period, and then that's the veteran Jordy Ben. Looked like Paul Coffey tonight, just kidding. But he scored his first goal of the season for the Canucks at the beginning of the first period at 1:46. Orvat and Onglander have an assist. It was great to see Onglander. He was very quiet for many games right now. I don't know. I think it's his first point for the last 6-7 games. Only 2 penalties on the first period. Both teams have a 2-minute, 0 goal for on both power play. Couple of chances at the middle of the period by Ovat. Great save by Max Strom. Unfortunately, they don't take advantage of power play. After the first period, the shot was 8-8. Just give you an idea, this was pretty even after one. So we have to wait until the second period, and then that's what happening there. Vancouver scored 3 goals during that third period. First of all, at 7:37, Bo Horvat scored his 8th of the year. Quinn Hughes have an assist. Oglander have a second point of the night. This is the puck come far away. Maybe Max Strom had to skate about 20-25 feet out of this net to poke the puck. He unfortunately missed it, and Horvat took advantage of that mistake, and he scored his 8th of the year, and that's gave the lead for the Vancouver Canucks. And then, 11 minutes later, we have 3 goals after that in the last and the lap of the 1 minute. 18-13, Andrew McEnjeny, Majan Penny scored his 5th of the year. Giordano and Valimaki have an assist. Both of them got their 6th of the year. This was at 18-13. And then 15 seconds later, G.T. Miller, his 4th of the year. Patterson and Bozer got an assist on that one. And then less of 30, honestly, it was 33 seconds later. Nate Schmidt, 2nd of the year. Miller and Bozer got an assist on that one. And that gave a lead by 3 for the Canucks. And after the second period, 4-1. And I don't know. I feel like after that, the Calgary was flat. I don't see really well. They have no penalties second period. The shot was 15-13. So good performance, all bees in that period to save 12 of the 13 shot he faced, and it was 23-21 shot after the second period, and finally during the third period only one goal. Brock Bowser scored his 12th of the year. He is the second with most goal in NHL behind Matthews at 14. Got his third point of the night. Marius got an assist on that one at 5:54, and that's it. It was the last goal of the game, and again, only one penalty for Vancouver, but nothing happened for Vancouver for the Calgary during that penalty. The shift, the number for the night um, is final shot 36 versus 33 for advantage Calgary Flames. The face off 65-35 for the Canucks. Nobody scored and power play 0-1 Vancouver, 0-2 Calgary. Hit 2014 advantage the Flames. Black shot 13 for Vancouver and only 8 for the Flames. Only 4 minute penalty for Canucks and 2 minutes for the Flames. And finally, they gave away puck. It was 12 from the Canucks and 11 for the Flames. Like I said, the most point for Vancouver at Bowser at 3. Flame have 3 players with only 1 point. Most the shot on the net surprise Adam Godet have 4 on the Max Strom, and Mark Giordano, the veteran captain for the Flame, have 5 on Oldby. The TOI time on the ice, Tyler Maris have the most with 22 minute and 2 seconds. He have 1 assist tonight with +1. And Mark Giordano, 21 minutes and 15 seconds for the Flame. He have 1 assist also, but -5 and -1 and a 5 shot on the goal. Finally, Brendan Oldby stopped 35 of the 36 shot he faced tonight. He has a save percentage of 9.72, and uh, for Max Strom, unfortunately, have stop only 30. I apologize for that one. I lost the number. He stopped only 28 of the 33 he faced for a save percentage on the 84.5. So that's reason that game at 10 o'clock. And then we have to wait until the last game of the night between Edmonton and the Winnipeg. That was also for that game between both teams this year. It was their 4th game of the year. So far Edmonton won the first game, then they lost back-to-back game against the Winnipeg, and finally tonight another win of the Edmonton Oilers to square a tie that series now a 2 win for both formation. But here's what I want to talk about this during that game at the beginning of the first period. We want to mention this. I don't know if you can get it. For some reason, I cannot get it. Let me check about that one over there. Connor McDavid got his 500 career point at tie Sidney Crosby at 369 game play for the fastest active player to reach that milestone. And that's an amazing, great milestone for Connor, to be honest with you. It's just unbelievable what McDavid does since the beginning, since he's playing in NHL. So 500 point and again and 369 games. Congrats to Connor McDavid. So let's go back to all the number and what happening during this game again. It's Edmonton took advantage right away at the beginning of the game. Start right there. We have a first goal of the night at 3:45. Jesse Puljujarvi scored his 4th of the season. McDavid and Nugent Hopkins got an assist that gave to McDavid his 500 point. This was at 3:45, and it was 1-0 at that moment for Edmonton. Then Leon Dressel, less than 1 minute later, score his 9th of the season, first goal of the 2 he got tonight. Hennis and Russell got an assist, and after 4 minutes at the beginning of the game, it was already 2-0 for Edmonton. At that moment, I thought it was going to be a long night for the Winnipeg Jets, but they have to wait until at the end of the period. at 18:06. Mark Sheffield scored his eighth of the year corner, and Maurice got an assist. This goal, it was on power play to cut the lead by at one at that moment. But Edmonton have 9 shots versus 4, and maybe at the half of the game. And I thought that, like I said, and then suddenly Winnipeg got a power play. They have a lot of penalty tonight. Be honest with you, have like 5 for one side, and others have 3 penalties during the last 10 minutes of the game at the first period, and that's moment changed a little bit the momentum. Mike Smith was unbelievable until he gave this goal at Sheffield, and he almost stopped it. It was a really great shot, wrist shot of Mike Sheffield, low on the left side under his glove. I think he passed between his elbow and his body for Mike Smith. But until then, Mike Smith was unbelievable. He would look like he was exactly what he did against the Montreal Canadiens. I thought he's going to stop everything tonight. But that moment, the score was 2-1 after the first period. We had 15 shots for Winnipeg and Edmonton 9. Edmonton shot only one time for the last 10 minutes. On the flip side, Winnipeg shot 11 times during the last 10 minutes of the first period. During the second period, we have only one goal. Again, Leon Dressel scored his 10th of the year, another goal and power play of the night. But he was the first goal, the first power play for the Edmonton, but the second goal power play for both teams tonight. Duggan again got his second assist, exactly like for McDavid, his second assist of the night at 16:45 to give for the second time of the night a 2-goal lead for the Oilers. During the second period, again, we got 4 penalty now at that moment for the Winnipeg Jet. It does hurt a lot, the Winnipeg Jet. Why you said that, coach? Because first of all, when you get a many penalty like that, that's showing the momentum. That's break the momentum of the players to go back every 4 shift. Example, it's very demanding, and then you have players can play maybe like for about like maybe 5-6 minutes. They don't have to touch their eyes. It's very difficult to do that. For the period about from 7:57 to 19:32, Winnipeg got 3 penalties. So that's really did not help the Winnipeg Jets tonight to get so many penalties during the second period. The shots during that period was 10-7 for Edmonton Oilers, was 22-19 advantage the Jet after 2, and finally at 1:28 at the beginning of the third period. At that moment, I said, "Whoop! Maybe Winnipeg Jets can find a way to get maybe a 1 point, maybe tie the game. You still have 18 minutes to go. Neil Pionk got a second goal and an amazing, great slap shot, top shell. We have to give him credit to Pionk. I think Mike Smith couldn't do anything about that. We have to give credit to Neil to get that shot, an amazing slap shot. Heller and Morrissey, his second assist of the night for Morrissey, got his gave to cut the lead from 2-1 at that moment. But unfortunately, the Winnipeg could not take advantage. They tried at the end. They removed Elibiuk from the net, but unfortunately, it did not work. Winnipeg it was not very close. Maybe a one shot close, but I don't think so. They have a chance to tie the game during the third period. Listen, now 4 penalty again, and they are all 2 minutes each, and so 2 minutes for 2 penalty for both teams, and the third period 13 shots for Winnipeg for a total of 35. Edmonton have 11 shots during the third period for a total of 30, and that's gave about, like I said earlier. Unfortunately, Winnipeg could not find a way to score the third goal of the game to give them at least to tie up the game, to be honest with you. Let's go by the number right now. By the way, with this game, with this win tonight, 3-2, Edmonton fall at 10-8-0. Winnipeg now, they are 9-6-1. Edmonton now, they are third in the division in front of Winnipeg. Now they are 1 point behind Edmonton, but still have two game in hands to play more compared to Edmonton. Edmonton is now in the last 9 game 7-2. So and I'll be honest with you, they could be 8-1. Remember Monday night they lose a bad game, 6-5. They outshot the Winnipeg Jets in that game, but unfortunately did not win. The face-off was 55-45 advantage Oilers tonight. The power play, listen, 1-5 for the Jets and 1-6 for the Oilers. This it's not happened a lot this year. A lot of penalty like that. Both team. Sometimes you can have 1-5 one time, and then a team have a 1-2, something like that. But 11 power play tonight. It's a lot, to be honest with you. So the referee was busy, or they didn't give any chance to both team. The hit 26-21 advantage the Oilers. The block shot 23 for the Oilers. Great performance, and 13 for the Jets. Minute penalty 12 for the Jets and 20 for the Edmonton Oilers. Unbelievable. And they gave away 20 by Edmonton Oilers and Winnipeg only 9. That's what I said. Winnipeg could take advantage to find a way to win those if they take advantage to take, the giveaway puck, the transition, the penalty at the power play got tonight. But unfortunately, they did not. So it is what it is, to be honest with you. If you want to go a little bit more for the number tonight, the most point for the Winnipeg Jets tonight, they have only, honestly, Morrissey, Josh Morrissey have 2.2 assists, and for the Edmonton Oilers, first of all, 2 points from Connor McDavid, got his 500 point, his 501 point in NHL. You have 2 assists. You have a +1. He played 24 minutes, 13 seconds. And Tressel have also 2 goals. He's 9 and 10 of the season. For the shot on the net, Connor got a 7 shot on Mike Smith tonight. Unfortunately, he have only 1 assist. And for Oilers, Connor McDavid, 5 shot on the net. And finally, the TOI, time on the ice, 26 minutes, 48 seconds for Josh Morrissey. And 27 minutes, 32, Tyson Barrie. I'll be honest with you, the last 10 games, Tyson played well. Didn't have any point tonight, but he had 2 shots on the net. He played better and better for the Edmonton Oilers. For the goaltender, Hellebuyck stopped 27 of the 30 shot he faced tonight for the save percentage of .900. And finally, Mike Smith stopped 33 of the 35 shot he faced for the save percentage of 9, 4, and 3. So again, like I mentioned, I want to bring back because this is a great milestone. 500. Hopefully, I'll be alive. Just kidding. But one McDavid is going to get is 1,000 point. He's a machine. One of the fastest players in the NHL at that moment. He's unbelievable, Connor McDavid, and great performance tonight, 2 assists. We have to go with a 3-star of the night, like we do at the end of the post game NHL. Let's start with the 3rd star of the night is the goaltender for the Chicago Blackhawks, Lankinen, with a shutout tonight. His first in NHL. Another great performance for him. He faced a 28 shot and he blocked one of them. So great for him. The 2nd star of the night, we have to go with the Canucks Vancouver, Brock Bowser, with 3 points tonight, 1 goal, 2 assists. Good game, good performance for him, but also for the Canucks. They have a difficult year so far. They struggled a lot in the beginning of the year, but it's good for them to see them score 5 goals. They gave only 1 goal because they have the worst goal against this year. Finally, the 1st star of the night have to go with my buddy, the Florida Panthers, and Mr. UB Jonathan Huberdeau with 3 points tonight, 2 goals. An amazing spinorama pass on the goal at Winberg. You have to see this pass, unbelievable. Jonathan was on fire tonight, scored 2 goals, he's 6-7 of the year, and finally he's scoring an OT on the breakaway pass of Barkov on that one over there. Honestly, an amazing game for Jonathan Huberdeau. That's conclude for tonight the segment of the post game in the NHL on February 17. Tomorrow, Thursday, they have 9 games on the program in NHL. Going to force during afternoon, going to bring you the preview of the H game for tomorrow, Thursday. the 18th. But before we leave, we want to remind you, and yes, you know this. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also on the Facebook page under the Hockey Nation Live Show if you want to go to get every update about NHL, breaking news, hiring, injuries, waiver lists, and so much more. So this is your coach Frenchy, directly from the boat. And like what we like to conclude every post game, every video we do for you guys. Remember, you hockey fans, you have greatness inside of you. This is your coach Frenchy. Have an amazing, great rest of the night.